What's up, everybody? This is another week of Beats and Bullshit. Be sure to check us out on our social media. We are on Twitter and Instagram and on YouTube. That is Beats and Bull. Also, check out our email. Send us questions, send us articles. We would love to hear from you guys. That is beatsandbull@gmail.com. Once again, my name is Keem, and once again, I'm with my co-host here, Eric, and our special guest here, Cole. Oh, hey. We also have Corey here in the house. Oh, no one say hi? He's a little shy.
He's just observing.
He's just observing today, so we're just kind of chilling right now. So we're here for another week here, just to talk to you guys about the weekly news, or just about, geek shit, hip-hop. A lot of cool things went over this week, so we do want to just get down right to it. The first thing we do want to talk about is the Game Awards that came out actually back last Thursday. So anyone who's into the whole gaming community over the last 5 years, I believe now, they have started what is called the Game Awards, and basically it's just a yearly presentation of all the achievements and accolades in the gaming community. Video gaming has become such a big cultural and mainstream thing now. Basically, we are, just awarding all the good games that are coming out. A lot of new reveals come out during Game Awards, and just a lot of cool stuff. So really, we want to talk about that. It streamed, I believe, over 45 platforms. So you could have saw it on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. If you have PlayStation, Xbox Live, it was everywhere. So I got a chance to check it out. I know Eric checked it out too. Did you check it out on Thursday?
No, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't even know they was on until you said something to me. Then after that, I just was checking out the the tweets and the posts and stuff like that, but I didn't actually check out the awards. I saw. For a minute, I was kind of disappointed in the game of the year, which was God of War.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit more because I did want to talk about that too. So first off, we do want to talk about the viewership. Like I said, it was on over 45 different platforms, and this year they actually doubled their viewership from last year. Last year, about 11.5 million people saw the Game Awards. Now, mind you, this is worldwide because this was also in the States. Here in the United States, it was over in France, Japan, so in the UK. So this was a very worldwide event. It doubled to over 27 million people saw this event on all different platforms. So that's definitely a big hit with a lot of people. So that is really cool that we are able to now have like a little reward show showing the different games and just all different things going on in the community.
I never thought that playing video games back in the day that we would have awards.
Right.
Like we've come a long way with video games, and it's like one of the entertainment genres that's pushed to the forefront nowadays. Back not so long ago, people were, I don't want to say looked down on, but like video games wasn't the cool thing to be doing. Now it's pretty much up there.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think the last couple of years, just with how the internet, I think other stars, rap, pop, and just people in entertainment has been able to show video game in a lot more mainstream way, which is pretty cool. So it's really nice to see all this happening. So really, we're just gonna get down to it, to some of the main big winners of the night back on Thursday. So game of the year, we definitely want to talk about a little bit more, but I do want to just talk about some of the few titles that won. So some of the categories was best action game, best action adventure, best role-playing game. Best action game went to Dead Cells, which I believe is from an independent publisher, so they won best action game. I did see a little bit of screenshots about that. It's kind of like this like permadeath kind of like game.
Yeah, I've never seen or heard about that one.
Yeah, so I know I saw like some like clips about it afterwards when it won. It looks interesting, but basically it's kind of like a side scroller. Basically it's very like graphic horror-esque kind of action. So it's like basically you think Castlevania but a lot more gore. That's kind of like the style of the game of it. So it looked pretty nice. So that was cool. Best action adventure game went to God of War. That was going up against Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Marvel Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Best role playing game went to
Hold on. Okay, now I don't want to take anything away from God of War because I did like the game. But best action game,
Action adventure game, yes.
action adventure game. Is there just an adventure game?
Like an adventure category, you mean?
Yeah, just adventure.
No. So I think that's why they separated action and action adventure, just for that reason. Now, on action, it looked like they were up against Dead Cells, was also up against Black Ops 4, Destiny 2, Far Cry 5, and then as well as Mega Man 11. So that's what they was nominated for action game and Dead Cells 1. So I'm thinking like probably action game was probably a little bit more like one player. Well, all of them are more like one player, but probably more like just based off just the action or just based off the game. Maybe action adventure probably need a lot more exploration, because God of War is a little exploration. Red Dead Redemption 2 has exploration. Spider-Man, Tomb Raider. So I think it's action exploration they were kind of more focusing on with the action adventure category.
Well, see, that's what I need to know, the metrics and what they're judging by, because I mean, if you're going by story, then yeah, gotta work at it. You know, it has a very intricate story, fiction and truth, I guess. Fiction and nonfiction kind of mixed together. But I'm sorry, hands down, Red Dead Redemption should have won that. I know it just came out or whatever, but I mean, if it made it to get nominated, when you put God of War up against Red Dead Redemption, I beat God of War, and I was I know there is, but I'm just saying it's very close.
Haven't they been out for a minute now?
They've been out now for like last 3 years.
Right.
They've been doing YouTube videos since they've been like, I think 8 and 10. I want to say 8 and 10 they've been doing videos.
Yeah,
no, 14 and 12. 14 and 12 they started doing videos, and then from then on out, they've been out. So almost like 3-5 years now. Luke Combs, which is another new artist that came out. I think he does country. Greta Van Fleet. I know that's an alternative group that came out this past year. Her, as I mentioned, also got nominated for Best New Artist. Dua Lipa also got nominated for Best New Artist as well. Margot Price, as well as BB Rexa and Jorah Smith. Now, I like a lot of people on this list. I love Chloe and Holly. Love them. These two sisters have harmonies for days, and they're so young and so talented. So definitely excited for them. Not even on the music front, but also on the TV front. They're on the show Grownish with Yara Shahidi, which has been a very big hit for Freeform. The new season comes out next month, and they're going to be now series regulars. Now they play like a guest starring role in the first season, and now they're regulars on season 2. So they've been just shown not only on TV and but music, and so that's been really dope. Her, of course, definitely has had a very great year in music and definitely deserves it. Dua Lipa, definitely, she's been probably one of the newer pop artists that's been out from the UK. She's had an enormous big year, since her debut album coming out, the new Real Song, and then One Kiss by Calvin Harris.
She's not that new though.
Like I said, breakthrough year.
It doesn't have to be
right. It's the breakthrough year, and I would agree because
no, I mean that actually sounds. I mean, it says breakthrough. They have a best new artist, and then they have it's almost like most improved.
Okay, so this is breakthrough artist.
Yeah, yes. Like this is your breakout year.
Yes, and definitely for Dua Lipa, definitely it was for her a breakout year. I know the debut album came out months before New Rules started really getting big in the U.S. Mind you, she's a UK artist, so definitely a big thing for UK artists, and their struggle has always been, breaking U.S. ground. So New Rules was like the 7th single out of her debut album. That was that single that finally broke to U.S. ground. And then You One Kiss with her and Calvin Harris was a huge worldwide hit during the summer. And then now Electricity, which is the group Silk City with Mark Ronson and Diplo. So definitely, she's had a great year with the music and the music front. BB Rexa, which has been a very, 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 very older songwriter in pop music. She just released her first debut album, Expectations, after I think 5 to 6 years. And she's had a good, year with Let It Be with her and Florida Georgia Line, with that song being very popular, not only in country and pop stations. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. And then Jorah Smith, being another UK songbird, coming out, in the whole R&B and soul end, and being nominated. So
why can't we get anybody that's from here that originated R&B to be nominated? Why is it always UK artists that only gets R&B nominations now?
Well, they have been always influenced by us.
What artists do we have from here that are Grammy worthy, that don't sing in a shitload of auto-tune, that sound, other than the people that's nominated, like who else do we have?
Her, is she in that category?
Her is in there, and Chloe and Halle is also in there.
Okay.
So who else?
Other than Lease, where did that accent come
from? let me see that Lease.
Go
on over there and rinse it off.
What
the fuck is wrong with my phone?
Miguel, I'm pretty sure he's not nominated.
He's nominated to R&B. He got 2 nominations, actually.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that.
I'll be explaining that later.
He would have more, but he's too busy leg dropping bitches.
What?
Well, he married now. He's a married man now, so he won't be leg dropping much publicly anymore.
But anyway,
but love So yeah, I'm very excited about that. So just gonna do like a real quick breeze with the pop category. Best pop solo performance. Camila Cabello, Ariana, and Lady Gaga got nominated for their songs. Ariana got nominated for God Is a Woman.
Gaga didn't get more nominations though.
She did. She got nominated for Joanne, Where Do You Think You're Going? Post Malone got nominated for Better Now. Beck got nominated for Colors. So he also got nominated for that. Best Pop Duo Group Performance was given to Christina Aguilera and Demi Lovato for Fall in Line, Backstreet Boys for Don't Go Breaking My Heart, Tony Bennett and Diana Krall for Say Wonderful, Shallow got nominated again, Girls Like You, Maroon 5 and Cardi B, so no nomination for Cardi B, and Say Something with Justin Timberlake and Chris Stapleton. And then for we're not gonna do traditional. Pop vocal album was Camila Cabello, Kelly Clarkson for Meaning of Life, Ariana for Sweetener, Shawn Mendes for the self-titled debut self-titled album. This is album 3. Sorry, Sean. And then Beautiful Trauma with Pink and Reputation for Taylor Swift. Dance record, Disclosure got nominated for that, as well as Silk City, as I mentioned, for Electricity. Yeah, that's kind of all I really see that I know of in regards to EDM. I see Toka Monster also got nominated for Album of the Year, as well as Sophie Tucker, both of them for Electronic Album, as well as Justice, it looks like. And then just moving on to R&B. So R&B for Best R&B Performance was given for nominations to Long As I Live by Toni Braxton, Some with the Carters, Y.O.Y. with Layla Hathaway, Best Part for her and Daniel Caesar, and First Began for PJ Morton. And then for Best Traditional R&B, we have Bet Ain't No Worth the Hand by Leon Bridges, Don't Fall Apart on Me Tonight by Betty LaVette, Honest by Major, How Deep Is Your Love with PJ Morton featuring Yeba, and Made for Love for Charlie Wilson and Layla Hathaway. Now, Best R&B Song of the Year came with Boot Up being nominated, Come Through and Chill, Feels Like Summer, Focus, and Long As I Live. Best Urban Contemporary Album was given to Everything Is Love, Kids Is Alright, which is Chloe and Halle's album, Chris Dave and the Drumheads, War and Leisure for Miguel, and Ventriloquism by Michelle Nidicasilo. I might have said that wrong.
And Dege Uccello?
I think that's what he said.
Oh my goodness. You don't know Michelle Nidicasilo?
No. That was the only album I didn't know about.
So young.
Wow.
I didn't know.
She's one of us.
You drive her, ain't that her? What's that song she used to sing back in the day?
No, that's not her. God, please don't say that.
Hold on.
I forget.
Well, I'm sorry that I don't know the name by being Hart.
Well, she was more.
That's the only
she was more
artist.
prevalent in the '90s, so.
Oh, gotcha. If I've heard a song, I might have known it, but yeah, she was present. She started doing music around '92, so that was a year before me. So, I mean, I'll be honest, it was.
You said a year before me.
Oh, similar child. All right.
Just the way he put it. A year
I know
before
though.
me.
He said, like, oh God, I feel so old. Oh, where's my?
You only feel good. Look, you feel your age now, okay?
I don't lick it though.
Hey, so okay. So a couple more stuff. Our best R&B album nominations was "Sex and Cigarettes" with Toni Braxton, "Good Thing" with Leon Bridges, "Honestly" for Layla Hathaway. Her got nominated for the EP again, and then PJ Morton got nominated for "Gumbo" Unplugged Live. And then for rap, best rap performance was for.
No,
I'll say give it to her.
Right. Give her all the things, please. Best rap performance was nominated with "Be Careful" with Cardi B, "Nice for What" for Drake, "King's Dead" with Kendrick Lamar, J-Rock feature and James Blake, "Bubbling" from Anderson .Paak, and "Sicko Mode" with Travis Scott, Drake, Big Hawk, and Sway Lee.
Drake gonna win that. That's real fucked up.
Household name.
Well, see that he on the song with
Household name plus Jew privilege.
Well, no, I ain't even talking about that. I'm just talking about the song. Because he on the song with Travis Scott, "Sicko Mode." But God's Plan is gonna win that. Be that best performance.
Nice for what? Not God's Plan.
What's for nice for what?
This is a rap performance, boo.
Oh, for nice for
Oh, he could perform God's Plan.
I mean, I would love him to perform God's Plan.
But
That'd be
the
nice.
song that's nominated is nice for what though? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
But I still say he's gonna take it because he has a household name.
It's good.
And he's Jewish.
It's all good.
So
So for best rap,
I'll take that hit for us.
It's okay. For best rap song performance, a couple other nominations: "Like I Do" featuring Christina Aguilera and Gold Link, Pretty Little Fears by Black and J. Cole. This Is
That's my
America by Childish Gambino. All the Stars by Kendrick Lamar and SZA. And Rockstar, Post Malone and 21 Savage. Now, I'm very surprised that Like I Do got nominated. This came out of the recent Christina Aguilera album that came out, which wasn't too bad. I did like the new album she brought out in regards to all the songs. Literally though, I wish she did release that song as a single because it is really good. Kind of gives you more like a Gold Link kind of vibe. So I was very surprised that she, brought him into this album and that song. But definitely, it's a really dope song. So very happy about that for that getting released, and that was off the Liberation album. I haven't heard Pretty Little Fears. I've heard it like once, probably like in passing.
Oh my, that's my shit. Matter of fact, that's my song.
And I like Black. I like him a lot. So I'm surprised I haven't heard that one yet. But no, definitely for rap song performance, definitely will probably go with All the Stars, just, with the Black Panther album and everything. I'll be very surprised if Rockstar gets that. I'll be very shocked and very irritated. Best rap song. Now, Best Rap Song is considered a Songwriters Award, so this is more based up on the lyrics. That got nominated was God's Plan with Drake, King's Dead, Lucky You with Eminem featuring Jordan Lucas, Sicko Mode, and Win by J-Rock.
Wait.
What?
Okay, I was just surprised with the Lucky You nomination.
See, I feel a way about them keep throwing J-Rock in these categories that they throwing him in, because he's not going to win that. But he should be nominated for Album of the Year. For the longest time, I didn't want to, because I'm biased to J. Cole, and I didn't want to say that. What's up? I didn't want to say that he had the better album than J. Cole, but he does.
J-Rock is a dark horse with TDE. Like, I've loved J-Rock for like a while, and like I've liked him. With Money Trees, honestly, was the first song that introduced me to him, and I was like, oh yes. And then I think the one song I really love, I think is The Hood Gon' Love Me.
Get the fuck up out my way, bitch.
I was like, I think it was The Hood Gon' Love Me. When I heard that song, I was like, he slaps. Like, why y'all not putting him on more? And then when King's Dead came out, I was like, yes.
But see, that was the thing. He was first, but it was like a Saint Lunatic situation.
Nelly comes down first, and then
they had to throw Kendrick out there. They had to throw Kendrick out there, and it worked. And now he coming in and claiming his spot in TV.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah, but see, that's back to what I was saying. I feel like they knew he should have been in Album of the Year, but so they're gonna throw him in Performance of the Year or whatever the categories they threw him in up against God's Plan and didn't you say
for rap
All
song?
the Stars?
That was for rap song performance. All the Stars, and I think All the Stars is only nominated for rap song performance. Rap song though was King's Dead. King's Dead was on rap song. Best rap song for nominations.
Okay.
So
King's Dead and Win is in the same category?
Yes.
Okay, so that at least strengthened his chances of winning.
Like I said, if he gets King's Dead, I'll be happy, because like I said,
I hope he get at least one.
Yeah.
I hope he get at least one.
I do too. Definitely Jay gets your Grammy. Best rap album, those nominations are Invasion of Privacy, Swimming by Mac Miller, Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle, Daytona by Pusha T, and Astro by Travis Scott also got nominated.
So I must have seen a pre-list or something, because a few of these nominations that you're saying now are different than what I saw.
So typically they do submissions. You might have saw like a lot of submissions. So what people started doing, I think, probably like the last 4 or 5 years, people have been starting getting leaks by a lot of artists and labels when they submit songs. So typically this occurs probably like 2 to 3 months before nominations actually occur. I'd say like a good September or October. So people start finding out, this is what such and such starts submitting to the Grammys, and you start getting all these songs they submitted. You might have saw a submission list of all the songs they did submit it, but not all submissions go into nominations. And I'm reading this off straight from the Grammy.com website. So trust me, all submissions don't come into nominations.
Yeah, I believe. I'm just saying, like, I know I must have seen something because.
Yeah, because I saw some different stuff too. I saw Carter's got nominated a lot more. Ariana nominated a lot more. Cardi was down there in everything. Nicki put in 10 submissions and ain't got now one. Okay, I saw 10 submissions that she put in, now one. I heard 16 from someone else. So yes, not all submissions go into nominations, boo. I'm very surprised they put Mac Miller for the posthumous sympathy card.
Rest in peace. But
yes,
that was a sympathy.
Then that's why I feel that way. Really,
and
with that.
And not to take anything away from.
And Swimming I heard some stuff from Swimming is probably one of his best.
Yeah, but to put him up for album of the year, like that was like obviously a sympathy. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad it go to his estate as a nominee, and you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the other, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, like I said, this is a pretty strong one too, especially with Astroworld, Daytona, Invasion of Privacy, so definitely that's going to be a good one to see. But yeah, that's basically all, like I said, the main ones in regards to the Grammys. It's again going to be a very interesting time, so definitely check it out in February 10th when it comes out. More than likely it'll be on CBS, so definitely check that out. Now, the next thing I want to get into with the tea is the newest projects Jordan Peele has been bringing out. So, a lovely comedian and director is getting ready for the next follow-up to Get Out, which is called Us. And some information has now came out. Screen Rant had put out some more information regarding the new film. Now, publication details said that starring the film will be Black Panther stars Winston Duke and Lupita Nyong'o, along with Elizabeth Moss, Anna Diop, and Kara Hayward. Now, the synopsis details that it is going to be about a family getaway that goes awry when uninvited guest makes an appearance.
Awry.
Alright. Now, Lupita and Winston are the main stars. They play a married couple who takes their kids and family friends to their beach house, and all hell breaks loose when certain people show up. We're not sure when the flick will arrive, he says. We do know that Jordan's working on the spiritual sequel to Candyman. The original was a landmark film for black representation in horror genres, Jordan said. Alongside Night of the Living Dead, Candyman was a major inspiration for me being a filmmaker. And to have the new talent like Nia at the helm of this project is truly exciting. So, like that's being mentioned, he is also on the new Candyman sequel that's coming out. So definitely Jordan has a very big schedule on his plate in regards to that. So Us is supposed to be coming out in March 2019. That's what the poster said. So we'll see if that does come out. But it's very exciting to see, Lupita definitely doing some more stuff. Winston definitely, Black Panther being kind of his breakout role now, doing other films is definitely good for him. And that man is a tree, Lord.
Candyman was the last movie.
That man is a tree.
Candyman was the last movie to scare the shit out of me.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Why were you scared?
What year did Candyman come out?
The last one?
90 what?
Alexa. What year did Candyman come out?
Yes, sorry, Alexa.
Sammy Davis Jr. released the song.
Girl, stop. Just stop. You fucking up.
She said Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay, Google.
The original Candyman came out in 92. The last one, Candyman 3, came out in 99.
No, none of the sequels. Fuck the sequels.
The original came out in 92.
The original.
92.
I was 12.
Oh, okay.
And to see a black man in the hood,
boom,
killing like Jason and Freddy, but the shit would look so real. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, I mean, yeah, he was flying and a couple of floating or whatever, but it was just something about that movie that scared. But I had already had a thing about mirrors. Just a quick little backstory on that. My auntie, when I was young and I used to do shit, be bad or whatever, she would say she would lock me. She would lock me in the bathroom and call Bloody Mary.
Oh Lord.
So I don't even remember what I did, but I pissed her off one day. She literally put my ass in the bathroom and cut the light out. Now I was so scared that I didn't think to cut the light on. I'm locked in the bathroom.
Damn.
So she turned off the light and closed the door. Was holding it, was screaming from the other side of the door, "Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody!" She got to 5, and I turned and looked at the mirror. I ain't see shit, but I was just screaming. You know what I'm saying? Just to anticipate. And then something said, "Turn the light on, dumbass." And so, but I guess that's why I had a thing about mirrors or whatever.
So abused.
But I guess so.
This is an episode of Amazing Stories by Steven Spielberg that you should have seen back then. That fucked me up for life.
Nope.
But yeah.
Candyman scared. The first Candyman scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, so definitely big ups to Jordan Peele with the new projects. I'm definitely excited to see us and as well as the new Candyman. Now, the next thing we got going on with the tea is some recent tea that's been going on with our lovely, lovely pink Barbie. So basically, the social media circuits have been running around with her new boo that she has been flaunting around on the gram. So this comes up, a couple of days after her boo got, all of his pictures released in regards to some rape allegations, some manslaughter allegations. So basically this has been going on now for a couple, for almost about a month now. This basically was broken about a month ago.
Dick.
So basically her new boo is named Kenneth Petty.
Dick.
What are you saying?
Dick.
Dick? Okay.
And now basically the situation has been that
I was thinking the same thing.
all right. So basically with Ken, he is a registered sex offender in the state of New York. They basically been spotted together over the course of the last few weeks, and basically they're saying, he brings a very, alarming identity in regards to some of her fans. Now, a lot of her fans basically feel in a little bit of ways that, all the allegations that are going out with Ken, basically saying he's a rapist, or he raped this girl. Nikki basically been defending him, saying he was older, and she was older, and he was only a year younger, but y'all can go off. I don't live my life. Now this also comes into recent things
news
in regards to a situation with an ex of Mr. Kenneth actually, that was released not too long ago in regards to some allegations. Now, allegedly, what's been going on is basically that he basically jumped from one girl to the next. Basically, this started off around Thanksgiving. He was with this one a woman. Her name is they call her Redbone. They said Redbone, yeah. So Miss Redbone basically was with Mr. Kenneth for almost about 4 years, and basically prior to them, Nikki actually knew this man, and basically the allegations is that they got back together at a turkey event that she was doing
they
in
got
New York.
some turkey, all right.
No, I think they just wanted the stuffing.
So with that as well of stuffing, I cannot. I mean, that's also something else that could be done. So basically the allegations was they were arguing because he wanted to go to the Turkey Fest, and she was like, I don't want you to go. He's like, oh, well, I got a boy who's trying to get signed, because she was also supposed to be doing record deals too. All right, the premium grade A. So come out, do the turkey event, and basically she doesn't see him for the next day and a half. Next thing you know, you see Nikki with Mr. Ken out and about.
Nikki posted a picture of a dick.
Double entendre, y'all.
That's why I keep saying that. That's all this is about.
I do agree. I think, and it's funny because it's you can be happy with someone, but it's literally when you just talked about ganja and saying, I got to abstain from sex, got to zen my body, I kind of feel some type of way. You're human. I get you.
And
sometimes you're going to need a little craving.
Got out of prison.
But that's one. He got out of prison not too long ago. Then he was with the Redbone in this. And then my thing is about the allegations that he might be, raising a couple flags. That's the other thing.
With his dick. No,
so there's allegations about that too, and it's kind of well, you do have a pattern with being with bad boys. And my thing is, I love Nikki. I love her to pieces and all. But it's
Safari, though, I'm just saying.
Besides Safari, that's the Haley Williams. That's the only exception. Okay, so the only exception. But she used to hang with thuggers. So when you have someone like this, that's kind of more what Nikki talks about and what she wants to get. She basically is gonna go with it. So it's kind of like at the same time, Nikki, I applaud you for getting some, but maybe this is not the right move because now your fans thinking like you kind of just rolling,
all I want
with
to say,
others.
all I want to say, when he start beating your ass. Or
again?
What exactly? Because it's rumored that he smacked her before.
Yeah, while they were in a relationship last time.
Yeah. So if he start beating your ass and all of a sudden, I mean, you hate to sit there and say, I don't want to hear it, but when you take the stance of, fuck y'all, I can do what I want to do, blah 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 blah. All right. Now he started welling on you. I'm gonna read these tweets back to you. That you said, fuck y'all, I can do what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. All she thinking about is that...
She sounds like Carmen, like the one, was the Jerry Springer episode? Yes. It's whatever, I can do what I want.
Slippery slope.
Yes.
I'm going to bother this one.
I mean, I hope that doesn't happen, of course.
I really don't hope either.
But at the same time, you can't help nobody that don't want to be helped. And right now, it seems like she don't want to be helped. And I give her a good. If I had to put 2, 3, 5 at the most, if that long, she is. If she don't make some changes, she is on a spiral downward, and it's going to kill her. Not literally, I mean her. I'm talking about her career, but I hope neither happens.
Yeah, I do hope for the best for Nikki, and definitely, hopefully that just gets resolved. Now, next up is just a little bit more headlines going on with a favorite of mine. Mr. Dolla's son has been indicted for felony charges of cocaine and marijuana possession. Now, this just occurred earlier this week on Monday. This is TMZ had reported, and Pitchfork actually confirmed that he has been basically charged for up to 15 years for a prison sentence. This is an indictment of 2 felony charges: Schedule 1 controlled substance, possession of cocaine. Possession of a controlled 1 substance, a possession of cocaine, and 1 misdemeanor charges of having less than an ounce of weed. Now,
that's too much. That's too much years for that. It wasn't no intent to deliver or distribute. It wasn't gonna sell. That was obviously. Georgia. I know that's my point. It was Fulton County, Georgia. They throwing the book at niggas. 15 years. For like some personal stash shit. Like,
well, let's be real. That's what these laws are made for. We must enforce our slavery whenever we can. That's why we have prison. There are legalized slavery. And so this is how we get us put back into it.
Now, my thing is, when TMZ reported, they said some other people was there with him. They said Skrillex and several others were in the vehicle that TMZ reported, but only press charges against Ty.
None of your homies could take that shit for you. I know Skrillex wouldn't, but like you wouldn't.
Look, Skrillex knows some things. Look, he's from the back days, but yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get like pressed or anything. That's interesting, but I mean Atlanta, but still.
Interesting or typical?
So, a representative for Ty Dolla $ign told TMZ he does understand his attorney, Steve Settle, that the indictment in Fulton County, Georgia, is merely the next mandatory procedural step in the process of resolving his case, and one more step closer, finally, to bringing the matter to a close. It was expected by his legal counsel and came as no surprise whatsoever. They continue saying he maintained his innocence, and there's no indication to the contrary. It's also very important to note that his Julian cash was seized from him upon his arrest in September 2018, was ordered returned to him last week. Another clear sign that this matter is coming to a close soon. They have reached out for his arrest for another comment, and yeah, that's basically what's going on with that. And hopefully that doesn't happen. I mean, definitely, like you said, it's just a personal stash. Like, I mean, people have it. I mean, if he's not selling it or anything like that, let the man go. But like I said, they're giving his stuff back. Then hopefully this does end soon. So definitely, hopefully, keep your head up high, and hopefully this goes underneath the radar for you. So, a couple more things with the tea. Now, this is a little bit long, so I'm going to skip this part and put that last. I'm going to go basically down here with the Spider-Man soundtrack. So, some more lighter news in regards to some new things going on with movie soundtracks. With Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse coming out next week, the soundtrack has been announced, and basically it's another hip-hop curated list in regards to the soundtrack. So the soundtrack is going to have a couple of heavyweights. Some of those heavyweights include Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, Dolla $ign, Juice WRLD, Eminem, and Jaden Smith. This all comes into the soundtrack of the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. Then Staples actually closes out the soundtrack with his song Home. So, like I said, a little bit of lighter news in regards to that. So, that's going to come out, this Friday. So definitely check out the movie when it comes out, as well as the soundtrack. Definitely going to be a good thing with that. And that's Republic Records, backing up the soundtrack. So that's a big one for Republic as well.
Well, I'm anxious to hear it. Another hip-hop based soundtrack.
Yeah, and this comes out, throughout the year now. You've had the Black Panther, you had the Creed 2, soundtrack made by Mike Mill made it. So, I think, a lot of studios now feel, hey, hip-hop is definitely the money train, so why not get a lot of hip-hop artists on an album and just sell it and make money through there.
You remember when soundtracks used to be the shit, though?
Okay, and that's what I'm happy about. Like, I'm happy soundtracks are back. I'm sorry, I love me some soundtracks.
We'll never get another Above the Rim. We'll never get another Boomerang. Love Jones. What else? I mean, it was so many.
Soul Food was a pretty good soundtrack too.
Soul Food.
Soundtrack was like the OG mixtapes that you actually paid for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes. So good time. So definitely big ups to that. Now last thing on the T, which is gonna be a little bit of a long situation, but hopefully we can make this very digestible. Basically is the reports and confirmation regarding Kevin Hart's Oscars appearance and no longer appearance. So this pretty much broke off basically, I believe, like Thursday, Friday, basically, in regards to what happened. So basically what ended up happening was there were some tweets that have dug up with Kevin in regards to some anti-LGBT comments that he made on his Twitter a couple of years back, and those got dug up. Long story short, and essentially people started getting him under fire, saying that he should apologize for these actions that he said previously on Twitter. Now, what he first said was, it's been he's basically said in his Twitter, in very short words, just kind of paraphrasing, saying, it was a long time ago. Hey, I grown from the situation. If I can be the person who I am now and learn from it, and I can, but I'm not gonna apologize. A lot of his, comedian, community, defended him, saying like, hey, a joke is a joke, Well,
the thing was, he apologized
after,
for it before. This came up before, and he apologized. Like, if you
apologize though.
What do you mean he didn't really apologize?
I'm gonna.
Now that's the thing, because I thought he never apologized until after.
In the sense that people are more sensitive nowadays. If I wouldn't have said these days. Then
I'm not talking. No. When he apologized, the first time, it was years ago. Mm-hmm. If you look at the date on these tweets and then go back and look at what Kevin Hart was doing he was a small time comic
at that time. Yes,
at this time, and to his credit, nobody said anything when he said the same jokes on his what was his first stand up big motion picture, not the first one,
his stand up.
When he was I think the one we was saying hit fire on these bitches.
I think you're talking about Laughing at My Pain.
He literally, I think it was Laughing at My Pain. He literally, don't do that. That's gay. Blah, blah. He was saying that on the stand up, and it was one of the same tweets.
Let me admit my bias right now. I've never been a fan.
Okay, that's fine. My point is he apologized for it before, and when it came up again this time, he said he's not apologizing again for something that he already apologized for. And then he did make mention to people being too sensitive, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. He's a comedian. People make fun of fat people. People make fun of everybody. So people have to start learning context. Like, he's a comedian. These are jokes. That's what he do. He don't say. And I could see if you could tell the difference if somebody is singling out one specific, you know what I'm saying, group of people, or person, or group of people, and maliciously going at this person or those people.
I think that's what the issue was, that he keeps re-upping though.
What do you mean
like,
he keeps re-upping?
He apologized for his original homophobia, but then he brings out another statements talking about his son, where he's like, I stopped my son saying like you shouldn't do that because that's gay.
That was one of the tweets. That was from back in the day. And that was the exact same joke that he told on his stand-up.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody said nothing. They laughed at it on the stand-up. And then the tweets from all of these was 2009, 2008, 2009, 2010.
I have to bring up the post that I saw, but somebody like went through a whole list.
It was about 5 or 6
tweets.
Yeah. And one of them said, if I came home and saw my son playing with my daughter's dollhouse or something, I would say, stop, that's gay. But he literally, on the stand-up, he said, it would, like, the joke might have been a little different, but he was, stop, don't do that, that's gay. And everybody busted the gut laughing. So people got to stop like doing that shit. They know Kevin Hart is not no malicious dude like that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he was back then or whatever. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was just joking or whatever. If that man is not doing nothing but making his money, doing his thing, and making opportunities for other people, he ain't doing nothing but positive shit.
This, like, if there's in his past, like, if he has no consistent behavior since back then of doing this kind of thing, there was no need for you to go dig it up.
This shit is
I will say that
8, 9, 10 years ago. Like, one of those tweets was literally from 2008.
All right.
So, like, people gotta stop doing that.
There should be some moratorium or some statute of limitations on when you can dig up somebody's past and say. Like,
here's my thing about it. I'll be honest, I never saw him set an apology, and I've kind of been like not following this here in regards to everything. When I first heard about the situation, I was like, oh, okay, what the fuck ever. I mean, Kevin, it is what it is. Then when I started really seeing how, a lot of people started defending him in regards to the comments, I'm like, okay, that's understandable. We want to stick with the community, stick with the culture, that's fine, even though we were wrong. But then at the same time, I was like, okay, well, you have other comedians that have had this same situation where they've had said anti-LGBT comments, which comes up with Nick Cannon coming out on Saturday, retweeting tweets from Amy Schumer and Sylvester Stallman making comments about the LGBT community, calling them fags and stuff like that. And then basically when that came out, other people was like, oh, well, they're okay because we know they're about the LGBT community and we didn't think anything offensive. And it's like, you don't give these women this privilege and this aspect but not give him that same thing. Then I talk about it like, okay, at the end of the day, yes, as a comedian, your job is to make jokes. For you as a comedian, you're using your experiences, and I will hope you use your experiences in life to make art and make comedy. It gets to a point where I agree in this statement. A joke is a joke, but if I feel like you have to make a joke to be offensive or the joke to offend is no longer a joke. If you have to make it offensive or it does offend, it's no longer a joke, because at that time then it's either something of a generalization or some sort of bigotry about it. That's where I feel like, where is that line is the question.
So let me ask you this question. If a child, if a son is playing with his daughter's dolls and dollhouse, you would make an assumption that he's going to be what? Or he is what?
He's playing with dolls.
I guess I have to like pay attention to how he's playing.
No.
So
No, because I know,
so-
because if you're gonna say I'm assuming he's gay, no, I would not assume he was gay. I'll be like, oh, he was playing with dolls. Okay, what the hell ever.
Just him, I used to play with my sister.
I would not say anything in regards to his orientation.
Oh.
Because why would I?
you're gay.
I don't know, technically, but okay.
Yes, 90% of people would assume they're not gonna say, "Oh, he's gay for a fact." Oh, damn, he might be gay. It's gonna cross your mind. You might not persecute him and say you're gay, this, that, and the other, which you shouldn't do, but it's gonna cross your mind. All he did was take a real life situation and make a joke. That's it. Now, had he say, "Oh, don't do that. That's some gay ass shit. You gay motherfucker." Blah blah blah. Okay, now that's yeah. Now you taking it too far.
I think,
And that's what I'm. But that's what I'm. But that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, where does that line get drawn to where something is offensive and it's not?
When you can tell. Okay, I'm pretty sure you got white friends or whatever that if they say, "Hey, what's up, my nigga?" You know, this, that, and the other.
Oh, I pop in their mouth.
But okay,
That's you asking the wrong one, baby.
okay. So you take that stance whether or not the context is friendly or not. That's understandable. That's how you look at it. But in the same token, that's you're choosing to react like that off of something that from back in the day that really neither one of you two have anything to do with. So unless this person is coming to you and saying, "What's up, my nigger?" or "What's up, nigger?" you know the difference in context. Yeah, I'm busting you in your shit. If it just slip out, "Hey, ha ha ha, nigga."
I know. Again, you're asking the wrong one.
I mean, but my thing is that's where the line is drawn. And nigger is kind of extreme to what we're talking about. But
I feel like that's comparing apples to oranges, but okay.
Context in that too, because
that's comparing apples to oranges.
But my point is context.
Yeah. Yes,
that's where the line is drawn. You have to be smart. Everybody want to be so quick to pop off and do this. No, you got to be smart in some situations.
Now, when I mean now, and let me retract that back. I'm not gonna actually pop them in the mouth. Like when I mean, as in a sense of that is like I'm the kind of person where it's like I don't tolerate the word in general. I really try not to use the word personally. So when I hear anyone, let it be black, white, whoever, saying the word and knowing the history about it, I just say, "Yo, let's quit that, yo," or pick your side, like, "Yo, don't say that in front of me." Now, again, that's me. That's what I'm saying. When you say that, you asking the wrong one because me, honestly, I don't tolerate it in general.
Like that's fine.
And in this context, this is where I have to like give him some credence too. Like I feel there's a point where you can't just go scorched earth on somebody.
Yes.
Like you should give them a chance to like come back. Like okay, all right, I was wrong in this instance. Let me move forward and like correct myself from here on. In this case, it just seems like we're just like, okay, fuck that. It's all wrong. Fuck all you. Just go away. We don't want any of it. Fuck your growth. So I think there's a point where you just need to like, just state where you were like wrong. Let the person digest that shit and then let them move on and just be okay with that. So
my whole thing is people, Kevin Hart is funny. Oh, I love his movies, this, that, and the other. Oh, somebody brought up some shit he said 10 years ago. Oh, I can't stand him. So, like, what?
My thing is like, now here's the other thing that kind of plays a factor, well, not factor, but basically more of like, do we feel that it's just people, ganging up on Kevin? Because another thing that also comes into it, I think Michael Chi talked about it actually on Saturday Night Live last week. He made a joke about it on the Weekend Update, and he was saying, with Kevin Hart, and the joke he said was if the Oscars were going to expect a clean black man to come out for the Oscars, they're going to have to wait the next 5 to 10 years, and had a picture of Bill Cosby. So the fact he even playing that kind of game. But when I say about this, he also made the point about it is when every single time a black person or someone in color gets to a point in their life or a point state in their career, someone brings something back into their past to bring them back down. There was just a recent situation, I think, with a Heisman winner or something like that he had some, I guess, some anti-gay tweets or something like that, and he ended up apologizing about it after, to the height of his career. And I do agree with that. I believe there's always been a catalyst sometimes when the media, every single time someone's at a point in their career, especially those of color, there's something in their past, something that they have said, something they have wrote.
Well, that's because nobody's perfect. And nobody's a celebrity their whole life.
It's a different. I agree. I understand, but I feel like there's always something like calculated with that, regardless.
Oh yes,
in some way or shape or form. No one is perfect. No one is definitely perfect in any kind of way. But it's always a coincidence. The man, there's not too many people.
It's no coincidence, because if you go back in anybody's past,
you purposely look,
you can find. If you go digging for something, you gonna find it. I'm sorry, you can take the most holy rollerist person. I know that's not a word, but and you're gonna find something that you could in this person's past or whatever that you could use against that person to say, hey, if you don't do whatever, I can tell people about this. And everybody has something like that.
Which is true. Everybody has something, but it depends on what the weight of it is at the end of the day. That's the biggest thing.
That's been my only
And that's what I'm really just saying. Like, I'm not saying no one's, clean and all what they do, but what I'm saying is that we need to stop feeling like when a celebrity does something, we always have to vilify them about it or victimize about it. There's not too many black people who were hosting the Oscars, so the fact that Kevin had the opportunity and they saw it as, oh shit, they coming in more. That's why this was being done. At the end of the day, it is what it is. So the fact that now they're scrambling now to find someone is the even biggest T about it, because basically they were betting on Kevin. They were betting on him to get the viewership they were trying to get with the Oscar, because the Oscars, again, have not been being viewed. Now they don't have them anymore, and they're trying to scramble around, trying to find out who's going to be the host in next month and a half or something like that. That comes into the Grammy, to the Oscars. So it's kind of also giving it back, like, who y'all gonna bring out now?
Well, see, my theory on that is and to be honest, not that someone brought these tweets up, but the way this turned out is kind of Kevin's fault. And when they announced that he would be the host or whatever, he went on record saying, this is my dream, I've been wanting to do this, blah, 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 blah. So that gave them, he can be our puppet, we can control him. You gotta apologize for them tweets. And he stood his ground. Mm-hmm. And he could have sold out, and he stayed true to his cause and said, he stood his ground after admitting how much this was his dream to do. So that took some gall to do. But I think had he not made such a statement,
I don't think he should have stepped down though.
Why? They said either apologize or step down.
Lo and behold, he stepped down, which I guess, like I said, is sad. It's definitely sad that this happened. So it's like, now who's gonna be, like I said, the next host?
They said it's going to be a host of people, because they can't. They're trying to bring the black audience back. Now you just fucked up.
Honestly, they should just go. If they can't get anyone as big, they should just do a hostless show. I know they were talking about doing just a hostless show and just doing the show as is.
That's kind of what they're doing. It's kind of going to be like I guess like a host.
More cast. Like presenters and stuff like that.
Like a cast of hosts.
Yeah. So that's definitely, like I said, a very interesting situation with that. So like I said, with the Oscars scrambling to find someone, and then, this being a situation with Kevin Hart to, clear up, definitely we wish the best with him. So that is the tea for this week in regards to hip-hop and pop culture. So next up, we are going to go up into Beats shit. So basically just kind of going through some things that came out this past week, and then, of course, songs of the week. So basically, it was pretty much like a slow week. week in regards to music. I know the only other thing that came out that was kind of 3 tracks that I know that came out was Gucci Mane's album, X10's album, right? So I gotta check that one out. But with the songs that came out,
Like you check for Gucci like that?
I like Gucci. I've liked Gucci songs in high school.
I'm asking. Me personally, I don't. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I like him. I did like some of the newer stuff he got. I love Up in the Sky with him and Kodak Black, and as well as Bruno, and a couple of the stuff that he had brought out.
Unfortunately for Gucci, as far as I'm concerned, when he came out, I got tired of liking people just because they had hard ass beats. And he had some hard ass beats, but he sounded like trash over them to me. I just couldn't do it. I was like, nope, y'all not gonna force me to like this.
He said, I'm not gonna do this.
I
will say that I think it's definitely still that. I believe his newer stuff, I would say, has been a little bit better. Manure.
It's the way you said it sound like you said manure. I know you said it's newer stuff, but
you just said manure. Oh wow! I was like, damn,
that's shade. Right, I was like, that's shade, but okay. But I would say the only thing in regards to that though, his newer stuff is pretty good.
I'm just liking the grits on you, man.
All right.
Preach.
Horrible.
No, what else?
In regards to some more projects, like I said, the XXXTentacion project came out, and then really that was it. I know Benny Blanco, which is a big like producer and writer, he had dropped a little project. They had Juice WRLD in that one, and as well as Khalid, Calvin Harris, and Sway Lee. So that one, definitely want to check that one out. More on the pop end. Looks like the Mary Poppins soundtrack came out as well. So the Mary Poppins new sequel coming out. They just dropped out the soundtrack for that. Other than that, it looks like a lot of the singles drop. Kodak dropped something as well as Zayn. So basically, like I said, it looked like a very like slow weekend music in regards to new releases or very big releases.
Anytime. There's so much music coming out.
Oh yeah,
every week.
I forgot Everything's Corrupted come out last week too. With Ice Cube.
I checked out like the first half of it. It's what you would expect from Ice Cube.
Of course.
Actually, he sounds good over a trap beat. Like not all of it. Like I think it was like one like trappish beat on there. That he was kind of like rapping in a newer cadence, like the young kids or whatever, but not on no like bullshit. He was actually rapping,
like he was actually doing it.
Yeah, but he sound good doing it. So that was it was cool. I wasn't trying to reclaim my time after listening to it. So
there you go. All right, I gotta check that one out for sure. I saw his interviews and everything. He was talking about the big,
that's what made me go check it out.
Yeah, the big 3. He working on that, and I didn't know now he's trying to buy all the Disney sports networks. So it's gonna be pretty. Yeah, that's gonna be really big. So definitely bigs ups on that, guys, in your bid.
That's black excellence. Right
okay, there. So that's really awesome. Yeah, like I said, it's a very slow week with music. Basically, I've been really just like I said, just been keeping up with all the other stuff. But then the only newer stuff, like I said, was checking out Casey's album, Golden Hour. But yeah, that's basically like what the latest release is. And then song of the week, Eric, do you have your song of the week?
Yes, Black featuring J. Cole, Pretty Little Fears.
That is your song of the week.
That is my song of the week.
I feel that.
Cole, do you have a song of the
not
week?
your bromance of the week?
No.
Yikes.
Not at all. Neither one of them.
You sure it's not just because J. Cole was on the song?
No, I actually like the song for Black first. I don't even know J. Cole's part all the way through yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so that should tell you something.
Okay. All right. I'll leave you alone. I actually don't have one this week. I meant to check for some new music, but I have not listened to everything I've like put on my phone yet. So I have to.
And you know what? I gotta figure out these new copyright laws and shit, because I actually want to try to play at least a little
30
bit.
seconds.
Yeah, at least a little bit of the song of the weeks that we choose.
Yeah.
So I'm
like
figuring
completely jumped on me for trying to play Kelly last week.
Oh yeah, cause shit, I don't know the laws yet. Don't get us don't get us no strikes yet.
I think it's like a certain time limit or some shit like that.
I'll find out, man. After I post this.
The other thing we could do is post like a Spotify link or something like that when we do SoundCloud and YouTube.
What, a link to the
song of the week.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, in the description.
Yeah, we can just do that.
Yeah, for sure.
We can definitely do that there. So yeah, what we'll do with this next episode here, you guys will just check out the description box out there on SoundCloud or YouTube, and then just check out the song and link with the Spotify links there. My song of the week, actually, like I said, I've been listening to a little bit of newer stuff. I started getting into a lot of. Interesting, because now I feel like I'm becoming like the norm. So K-pop has been a very like popular thing now, which I haven't been listening to, but I've been kind of listening to more like a lot of Korean or R&B music, which is kind of really dope.
K-pop as in like the kids sing?
No, Korean pop.
Oh, okay.
Like Korean pop. But no.
K-pop.
Yes, but no. Actually, I've been listening to like a lot of Korean R&B. So one thing I like about Spotify, you can just check out different kind of playlists and stuff like that, and that's kind of what I've been doing. Like the last couple of months, just been finding different playlists. Like a lot of lo-fi stuff. So I found this one like K R&B, K hip hop playlist, and one of the songs that came up with this was by an artist called Miso, and the song is called Girl Interrupted. It's kind of like a little like mid-tempo kind of feel kind of song, got some like throwback 90s hip-hop sounds, like a low minimized music, which is pretty dope. And like I said, it's a K-R&B song, so basically it is half a little bit in English and half a little bit in Korean as well. So basically, in regards to the song, it's kind of saying, you know, being out of a relationship, or kind of being in a certain kind of feeling or kind of like mood, and just trying to like better yourself as a person, or just trying to get out. So it's a really good song. The chorus kind of like loosely kind of say, you know, don't you want to be brighter? Don't you want to be more wide-eyed? Do you want to live a better life? And it's kind of cool, just like with the whole cadence and the whole song. So yeah, it's called Girl Interrupted by Miso. It also features 2XX exclamation point. Yes, 2 triple X. So definitely check that out, and that's my song of the week. So definitely check out our song of the week in regards to the podcast. Like I said, we'll put the links onto the description box. And that is it for Beat Shit for this week. Now, next thing I got going on is Black Excellence. So got a couple stories going on with some Black Excellence. First thing is a big victory for Jay-Z. Now, Jay-Z, he had went over a big trademark infringement case that's been going on within the late last year. So basically what happened was there was a arbitration case. I'm just gonna stop that now.
Arbitration.
Thank you. Arbitration. Thank you. Right, the 8 words. So basically, a judge has halted arbitration in an ongoing trademark case. This is basically based off the American Arbitration Association. Basically, what happened was a group called Iconics Brand Group had bought out the Rockwear brand back in 2007. And basically, 10 years later, they claimed a lawsuit saying that they owned the Rock Nation logo and that Jay-Z was infringing his trademark when they were using the logo on the MLB, which is the Major League Baseball apparel. So basically, Jay-Z pretty much filed against, the team, and basically said this was, not right. So what ended up happening was that he had sent this out to the American Arbitration. I cannot speak today. Thank you. Arbitration Association. So they have withdrawn their motion to stop the arbitration because AAA has indicated an openness to alter its process and introduce measures intended to improve the diversity. Basically, he just said it was an alleged lack of diversity, and basically there were no African American arbitrators, and basically that they lacked the number of representation. So basically what they will start doing is, start considering more of African American arbitrators and to broaden the remedial measurements intent to improve the diversity of the arbitrator roster for future arbitrations. This will be a status conference set on 2019. So this is a big up for Jay-Z and basically, just standing up for our rights. Especially this man had worked with the Rockwear brand and with Rock Nation at his own name, and the fact he said, no, that is not y'all's, it is mine. Y'all ain't right. There's no one of representation in that association. Y'all are being playful. So definitely bigs ups to Jay-Z for getting that case withdrawn and definitely opening more doors in regards to arbitration for the community.
If you if you look in the dictionary and look up Black excellence, you will see a picture of Jay-Z.
Okay, literally and figuratively. Listen, if you try to get any kind of cases now with trademarks in the next couple of years, y'all might win some cases. So definitely keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. So next thing coming up is some more Black excellence by the cast of A Different World. Now, the Different World series came back on in the 80s. Definitely a beloved show. Not only for many generations, basically, in regards to A Different World, it has helped out many young Black students go to college and just even show the representation that, hey, we are able to go and be able to live our lives and be able to be great individuals, people, and in the community and all. So basically what had happened was they went over to Southwestern Christian College. Jasmine Guy, Kadeem Harrison, Daryl Bell, and Cree Summer went over to the college and presented a $100,000 check. The check will go towards a grant support and it was a piece of the Ford's Ultimate Homecoming Takeover. And the extortion propelled to plan to enhance projects of concentrate at HBCUs and colleges, providing opportunities for their Black students. So that was pretty cool. Giving back in regards to the Different World cast and keeping the college spirit alive. So big ups, guys, for that.
Yeah, that's definitely good as well. Putting people through college and all that. I wish somebody would put me through college.
Hey, look, we might start our Patreon really soon, and y'all can just start putting money in that.
Absolutely. Yep, that is definitely one of the things that was on my list to do this week.
Until they cash at me personally, and
hey, my cash app is on my Instagram page. So
mine too.
Cliff Jumper Jr.
I'm not even listed. Okay, never mind.
There you go. Yeah, no, definitely, guys, we want to make this become a big thing. So definitely, that's a good look on that. And then the last thing we got for Black excellence is a great thing going on with, which I'm very surprised. Basically, is the first African American queen crowned Miss Texas Teen USA. This is over now the 35-year history of this pageant. It was first inaugurated in 1983. This is being given to Miss Kennedy Edwards. She made history Sunday night. This was like a couple weeks back, but now she holds the title for 2018 Miss Houston, and then she won Miss Texas USA. Now this is Miss Texas USA 2019, I'm guessing. So I'm guessing she's going to be basically throughout the whole year for 2019, I guess, for the Miss Teen USA Texas. So that's a big thing for her for winning that. And then it looks like they'll be doing casting calls for the next Miss Houston pageant now that she is Miss Texas Teen. Good Lord, Miss Teen Texas USA. Literally do not know what's going on today, y'all. But definitely bigs up for that. Definitely bigs up for Texas. Definitely having a Black queen, as Miss Teen Texas USA. So definitely bigs ups to Miss Kennedy.
Especially in Texas.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing.
All the X's in Texas. Good job. So that is it for Black excellence. If you guys have any great articles or stories about Black excellence, definitely send it over to beatsandbull@gmail.com. We would love to check out those stories, and we might reach yours over in the air. So definitely check that out. Next thing we got going on is some LGBT news. The first thing to talk about is a great monument stone in the world of boxing. This here it comes up in regards to a trans male boxer of the name of Pat Katahoe Manuel. He had made history back on Saturday doing his first professional fight over in Palm Springs, over at the Fantasy Springs Casino. Now he is 34 years old. He is set to be the first visible transgender man in the arena of boxing.
So he's a trans man. So he was born a female.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I get confused sometimes.
no, it's okay. Yeah, so that would be so that's essentially a FTM, female to male.
Okay.
So with that in mind, this was shared on Instagram, basically in regards to just his dream in becoming a professional boxer. He says it's been a long time coming. I'm super excited to show the world that I deserve the opportunity to compete against men just like anyone else. And he actually won his first fight as well. He did also share it on Instagram saying, I've been saying this is my dreams ever since I was born, victorious, in the black and white photos. So definitely big ups to you, Pat, for blazing the trail for the trans community, especially in boxing. Definitely it's great to see our brothers and sisters do their dreams, and especially breaking boundaries.
Yeah, that is definitely good for. Do I say him?
You would say him.
Okay, yeah. Definitely good for him. It's going to be interesting to see the approach that the boxers that he fight.
Now, of course, that's definitely going to be the biggest thing. I mean, there's still going to be some prejudice and things like that within not only being in a very cis community. So definitely that's going to be one challenge. But I do definitely think that he'll be fine. He definitely has a good head on his shoulders, especially. So that's definitely be a good thing. Now, the last thing in regards to some LGBT
you got something
news.
to say about that, Cole?
Oh,
I'm just curious of the controversy that might come from it, because there's the UFC fighter that's also trans, Fallon Fox, and they've always said that she's had an unfair advantage because she's male to woman because of the hormone replacement that she's gone through. I'm wondering if there's the same case to be said about this person because they're female to male, that she has an unfair advantage because she's on testosterone.
I mean,
somebody will probably let them start beating ass. Somebody gonna somebody gonna bring that up
in the first match. So
well, yeah, I'm saying somebody gonna come across them and get ready to fight them and think like, I can't let this trans male beat me. So yeah, they're going to try to say, oh well, he's taking this and this, and yeah, it's going to be some controversy.
I am still wondering if it is an unfair advantage or not. I guess I'm not quite in the same situation, but I am on testosterone replacement myself, so I do have some advantages as far as any weight training and things like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, so definitely I'm excited for that. Like I said, definitely big up to you, Pat, for that. Now, last thing in regards to LGBT news is a new policy that Facebook is starting to do. So basically the new rule is forcing users to keep what they do in the bedroom to themselves. Now, this is a new policy and content, making things like saying you're a top or a bottom off limits on Facebook, and a move that the social media behemoth says will combat content that facilitates, encourages, or coordinates sexual encounters between adults and bars sexually explicit language that may lead to solicitation.
We are witnessing the death of social media.
So is that really you can actually state your position on?
Well, basically, say if you say on Facebook, like in a funny kind of way, like on the top in the situation, or I'll use an example with Ariana with her dog. So Toulouse is Ariana's top, but he's everyone else's bottom. Facebook will just eradicate that, say like, no, you can't say that.
We are witnessing the death of social media.
Sexual positions, sexual preference, and any number of other sexy umbrellas pertaining to sexual hints are all means for moderator intervention now. So another phrase we'll see you a lot
anymore, or power metals?
No more. Another common phrase you might see a lot is send nudes. As Mariah would say, that's a no-no.
It's like half my damn friend list. Send nudes.
Whether it's meant to be a joke or actual request, the new rules ban offering or asking for nude images. Now, Facebook community standards says do not post content that engages in implicit sexual solicitation, which can be identified as sexual hints, such as mentioning sexual roles, positions, fetish scenarios, sexual preference, sexual partner preference, state of arousal, act of sexual intercourse or activity, penetration, or self-pleasuring, by the way.
Oh my God,
commonly sexualized areas.
So what about the messenger?
Messenger as well. So Messenger and Post.
Goodbye,
you can still slide
Facebook.
in them DMs? All right.
Listen,
No,
I stopped.
no, you can't.
No, not even on DMs?
No.
Not on DMs either, baby.
Really?
Goodbye, Facebook.
I've already look. This come also into the stats like Tumblr is closing down, so it really does seem like, you know, in a sense of
Instagram,
like sexual.
You better keep it gully. you better stay right where you at. I don't know what's going on, what laws is changing or whatever
I think if I'm not mistaken, I believe if I'm not mistaken, there was a rule that got passed or some act that was passed, like I guess with sex workers and things like that. So I know that's also been changing because Craigslist, you know, went down earlier this year. Now you got Tumblr, now you got Facebook, and I think so many people because of that. I can't remember the law, and I need to figure.
People just flat out selling ass on Craigslist.
Okay,
I can understand that. Tumblr,
I mean,
people are blogging and posting.
Well, you do have a lot of sex workers that use Tumblr as their gig too. So that's another reason why a lot of people was talking about Tumblr being closing down, because now you are losing an outlet for sex workers to do things. Are you kidding me? And many people you see with OnlyFans and with ConnectPal and people who just be tricking on Tumblr, that's their money source. That's gone now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, you can't do nothing on the internet. You can't post nothing. Instagram is being a lot more bad about that now. But my thing is, like, I've seen people with nothing but a string thong on, but yet when someone got bare ass off and just a little emoji on, y'all saying that's breaching contact.
Social media is getting ready to become so bland.
Well, here's my thing. Internet is like water. It's gonna find a way. So
it will find its way.
This is a new platform.
There's a will, there's a way.
Let me see what's up that dark web.
Y'all better get very good virus protection if y'all deep in the net, okay? So, and make sure y'all encryptions are tight, locked, and key.
I'll buy a Chromebook for that shit.
Okay. Like I said, you better get your VPNs, get your VPNs. So that is LGBT news for this week. So definitely send out some suggestions and articles, guys. Definitely shout out for Queer Tea. Queer Tea definitely is going to be a news source I'll be using because y'all have some very good articles. That's how I found actually about the first two articles actually. So definitely Queer Tea, thanks up for that. And any plug with that, thank you very much. I'm kidding. So next thing up we got is tech news. So first off is in regards to the Google Plus social network, kind of going back into social media. Now for those who don't know, Google Plus has been Google's social network for quite some time. Now they were going to close the app, I believe, back in like 2019.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I lied. It was supposed to like close out like a lot like later. I think it was supposed to be like summer, but now it's getting closed to April 19th.
What app is this?
Google Plus.
Google Plus.
Oh.
So basically what happened was the company said that 52.5 million people were affected by a bug in regards to a November update. The latest bug allowed app developers to access profile information not marked public, and they inadvertently had access to this data for 6 days. Now they say they detected the issue with regular testing and it was fixed within a week. Now, they also had another bug back in March. So, maybe this is the second bug, and now at this point, they're just saying, you know, we're just done with the app. Now...
I was just going, who uses Google Plus?
I did, still. Not
Did you?
often, but yeah.
What do you do on it?
Honestly, it's just like any kind of Facebook, Twitter, same thing. It just is more Google's platform, so everything connects.
I like it better because I can actually see the feed that I actually like.
Yeah, so kind of think more of integration because everything else, you know, is integrated with a Google. Basically, Google Plus will be just that same thing.
I have Google Plus accounts, but that's because I set up my artist accounts and shit like that, but I don't use them.
Other stuff Facebook has added to their platform they got from Google Plus actually.
So it was supposed to close out in August, but now they're expanding. They pretty much shortening it out to April. Now, if you are an app developer, the API access will be shut down within the next 90 days. So finish that up because you'll be done with that. The company said no third parties compromise the systems, and Google hasn't found evidence that the developers was misusing the information or aware of it. So The bug affected about 500,000 accounts, so that is a pretty big deal. Well, that was the last one, actually.
I'm pretty sure one of my
so.
accounts was affected, but I don't give a fuck. I don't use the shit.
So 500,000 got affected in March, and almost 56 million got affected in November. So. Yep, so definitely that's the end of the era. With just like a lot of like social networks, we are coming into a new decade. Things are definitely going to change. It's kind of the motion. So yes. So next thing up online is Soulja Boy. So back last week, it was announced that Soulja Boy basically, was announced that he had launched his own video game consoles, and this news broke up pretty nicely. That hey, starting your own company, starting your own video game consoles. Well, it has been announced actually that someone's been sliding them on Lolo, and I mean the cut Lolo. So this article comes from The Verge. Basically, Soulja Boy has been pretty much told that he has been selling off knockoffs of a video game system. So this kind of comes back off in regards to his website. So kind of giving you guys a breakdown. This happened, like I said, last week and coming into this week. Basically, he has a website now called SouljaWatch.com, and basically he has two systems. This is one, the Soulja game console, and the other one is the Soulja game handheld. Now, basically, the systems are just emulators. Basically, they emulate like 500 to 800 games, so you're able to play all these different games onto the system. Now, the original price, if I'm not mistaken, he's upmarking these prices, because basically you can find a lot of these stuff like $60, $100.
Literally.
You can find Alibaba
on the same on Alibaba.com, on Amazon. Yeah, no, there actually is an Alibaba. Yeah, but no, the system is on AliExpress. Yeah, and for the handheld was $69, and the console was $89 or something.
Well, I think it was $199, but he was
that's what he upcharged.
No. It was he upcharged for $199, but he was doing a giveaway discount for 50% off, and the game console was $99.
But if you go on AliExpress and order it, it's $89.
Yes.
He super upcharged that shit, and then. There's nothing worse than an idiot with money.
So, with this in mind, the emulators are basically rebranded very tactically. So basically, this kind of puts Soulja Boy under fire, because basically, since he is upmarketing these consoles, which you can get at other places, of course, there's licensing copies that need to be done. So basically, the biggest issue is that a lot of the games don't look like they've been licensed. So this does put him under fire and can potentially be sued in regards to all of the all the income he's getting, but all of the systems that he's selling. So. He did, said he was going to do technology within the last couple of years, with the Soulja Watch and things like that. And it's a very interesting story, because again, like I said, these aren't his stuff. It's just stuff that he's just putting in and upmarking and selling. So it's a very interesting situation. I did check out the video you sent me yesterday, Eric, in regards to that, and I did see that. And here's my thing about this. And my thing about the whole situation with Soulja Boy is okay, I get it. Get your money, that's what it is. What makes him any different by all of these other people who make emulator hardware, except for the fact brother did not dot his I's, cross his T's, and he didn't get any kind of clearance of licensing. That's the only other difference. He just made bad moves. Smart idea, bad moves. At the end of the day.
No, I don't even think it's a smart idea. You're putting your name on an emulator.
That's a bad move. Listen, I'm talking about the big picture idea. Yes, but yes, what I'm saying, his moves. First of all, you should not be calling it a Soulja game console if it already got a name, bruh. That's already wrong. That's just a no right then and there. And then it's not even the games. It's also cell phones that he's selling on that website that is popular in China and other countries. There are watches that he's been selling.
Well,
I don't know if that's a bad look, because it's the same as the Foreman grill.
Well, all he's doing is drop shipping.
Basically.
Right.
But see, the thing is, you took and put your name on this shit. You couldn't have that. And this is what I mean by
No
idiot
research.
with money. You couldn't have done no research. Because if Nintendo just got finished suing Love Rhymes for the exact same shit.
Exactly.
So why would you come and put, and then like you selling it like it's a nuisance. They got on the console, they got 4K resolution, this, that, and so just fuck PlayStation and Microsoft and Xbox. You just coming out with the new shit for $149. Like, something in your brain, unless you were trying to get over or trying to scam or trying to take the easy way, whatever you would think you were trying to do or whatever, something in your brain should have clicked and been like, this is not a good investment.
Okay, and that's the thing about it. Is like, that's the sadder part about it. It's like, and again, he's no one different. It just is, like I said, it's just bad business moves, man. It was a bad business move to go with. And the fact, you like I said, putting your name in this, not getting the license, and not being smart about it at the end of the day, and that does, contribute to you now, being sued. So
he needs to fire everybody. But if he has people behind from this move, I don't think he do. I think it's just him and his money. And I would hope that. I can't even say that. I would hope that if he got people behind him and they influenced him to make this move, that he fired every last one of them. That's what I hope.
Somebody's getting fired.
That's what I hope.
But for real, so I mean, hopefully Soulja Boy gets this resolved.
I did see he put a tweet out.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He put out a tweet, and I should have screenshotted it, but I don't remember verbatim. But
Do you think it might be? Let me see if it's still up there.
It should be on his Twitter page. He said something along the lines of, "It's funny how people shit on your dreams and this, that, and the other. Wait until my new console come out." Some shit like that.
And like I said, just dot your T's, dot your T's.
Shit.
Dot your I's, cross your T's, shit.
Cross them T's, dot them I's.
Write the whole ledger yourself. Like, he couldn't dot T's and cross the I's if somebody wrote it in Chinese. Shit, he couldn't.
Cross your legs and cover your ass. Somebody needs to do an interview.
Well, apparently he is starting a tech company, like a legit. He is bringing out a tech company.
I wouldn't doubt that. He got the money to. That's why I'm like, this was a dumb move. Now you have a what they call a stain on your name in the video game world. Mm-hmm. This is under your name now, so now you got to work extra hard with this tech company or whatever to try to make sure the same shit don't happen.
Exactly. So,
and you're coming in trying to compete with Sony, Microsoft. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, it's pretty sad. So. But at the end of the day, like, definitely, like, hopefully this, like, come up. And like I said, big as up to Soulja. I don't blame anyone, when they try to do their thing. But definitely, you gotta be on that. You got to. So, last thing on some good old tech shit is Instagram. Instagram is now introducing voice messaging to your DMs. So this did roll out yesterday with the new update with iOS and Android. On Instagram now, you can add a voice messaging feature. The feature allows users to send each other audio messages up to a minute long in private and also in group chats.
That's creepy.
Okay. All you have to do basically is hold down the microphone button on your DM. It will automatically send when you release the button. So if you don't feel confident about sending it or you want to record it,
don't press the motherfucking button.
Slide your finger over to the trash can button to delete it.
It's gonna be so many messages that
I'm letting y'all know right now. Do not get drunk and start sending voice DMs. Do not be tripping on either Molly or any other psychedelic drug, and you are doing voice DMs.
Don't use that shit, especially if you DMing me.
What, voice DMs?
Yeah.
No more? That's fine.
No, I mean, for people I know, that's fine. That's cool. If I'm driving or something, yeah, I'm gonna send you a voice joint. But if you just hitting me up on some, hey, how you doing? How are you? Nice to meet you type shit. No, don't voice. That's creepy. You slide my DMs and I hear some voice like,
oh hey,
yeah, like nah, I'm good.
So basically, they are a little late in regards to the voice messaging since Facebook, started doing this for Messenger, and then now voice messages are now on like WeChat and WhatsApp. So this does put them now into that as well. People also think that this could be the end of Instagram because now it's being overcluttered by a lot of Facebook themes. So it does sound like Instagram is pretty much now Facebook's bitch. At this point. At this point,
I hope not. When they changing all that shit. They better leave Instagram alone.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's definitely crazy with that. So that is it for tech shit. So if you guys have any good tech articles, Afro tech articles, definitely check that out. So we definitely put that into the docket. Again, that is beatsandbull@gmail.com. And definitely check out our social media. Once again, we are on Instagram and Twitter, YouTube as well. Y'all would love to chat with you guys. See what you guys are liking, what you guys want to see on the show. That is Beats and Bull for all social handles.
And make sure y'all liking the videos, commenting. If y'all disagree with some shit,
yeah, definitely. The thing also about this is like we want to make this a community, y'all. Like I said, we call y'all our bullshitters. We are bullshitters at the end of the day, and we do want to make sure y'all liking the content. So please let us know. Definitely check us out. We do appreciate all the love so far with some of our other our podcast peers. So definitely thank you guys for the love so far.
So. Even my Mean Girls and Legally Blonde snafu from earlier. Just saying.
What
was that?
Well, you made the Mean Girls joke, and I put in a Legally Blonde comment.
Oh, the bandit stamp.
Yeah.
That was earlier. Yeah.
That was like 2 hours.
No, yeah, I caught it when you said. No, I caught it when you said it, and I was just like, oh. I was
like, oh, cringe. Oh
well. Crickets.
Right. No, you good. So last up on the list is Bullshit of the Week. And we got a lot of stuff going on with Bullshit of the Week. First off, we just want to do the first weekly Bullshit of the Week. I think this is gonna be this low key gonna be probably weekly Bullshit of the Week. Is
we can't do that. not weekly. I mean, go ahead, but like every week we can't do that.
Okay, fair. Well, we might do, honestly, is this probably will be the last one, and then I don't know how many episodes.
I don't know. It depends on how much more ratchet it gets.
Right now it's been kind of chill, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it might not get too crazy. So
it's just funny seeing it. Go ahead, just say report what you was going for, and then I say
real side chicks. So real side chicks of Charlotte basically is just. Yeah, it's pretty much a thing at this point. So, my apologies in regards to this because I did not know how ratchet it's just gonna be.
Really?
And I listen. I told you I don't watch reality TV like that. So for me, this is kind of like shit.
Yeah, this is like a culture shock for you, then.
Not a culture shock, but just like. Listen, I've watched it all. I've watched Bad Girls Club, Real World, and all the other stuff. It's just when you don't really
Ain't none of them this.
Right.
Exactly. This is more.
Love and hip hop ain't even this.
Okay, this is some new shit for real. So with episode 3, just a couple of points that happened. The biggest thing that happened on the episode is kind of talking more about Lynette and Twana Jew and how their thing going after last episode they did the little Netflix and chill with her homegirl, and then what else you had the girls going out and kind of hanging out with out in the club. I can't remember the comedian they were with on the episode. Ryan Davis, yeah. Ryan Davis was out at a club over in Charlotte, and they were hanging out with him.
I didn't know he was that tall.
I didn't know either.
In all his videos, he always sitting down looking up at the camera.
Okay, I was like, damn, okay, bro, I'll see you. And then you had Bree, was dealing with her and her baby father, and with also her friend. Dang it, I forgot old dude's name then. But with her and her friend in regards to the situation with Zarby and bands. And just all this other stuff going on. I can't remember what else happened. Oh, also with Nisha and her dude. That was like the big thing that happened towards the end too, was Nisha and Gwen and all of them, and Damon. But yeah, so first thing was, Lynette and Twan. That was interesting. What kind of ended up happening was she found out that Twan was messing with her girl after the whole Netflix and chill situation.
Why you mad though? Why you mad? Because especially in the last episode, you was talking big shit.
Right.
He know what it is. I do my thing on the side. He do his thing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Why you mad?
And that's my thing too. And I'm just like, so basically, to give y'all like a little backstory, y'all haven't seen it. So basically, she meets him at this restaurant. They talking and whatnot. And then basically, she's like, Twan, like, how you doing? Lynette's like, yeah, I'm good. All right, yeah. So I saw you here earlier, and what's good? What's going on? He's like, what you mean? Like, what you telling me? What you mean? And basically, she wanted him to kind of like. Just try to draw it out of him, being like, "Yeah,
she
this is what happened."
She was gonna react the same way.
Either way,
she just.
It was more prolonged, which is funny.
It was more dramatic. That's all it was. But she was gonna react the same way. Had he came out, had he called, "Look, I got something to tell you. I fucked Shorty." You know what I'm saying? Well, she would have reacted the same way.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely, when that happened, you gotta give him another chance.
But you know what's funny about that? See, you don't watch Love and Hip Hop. Okay, so on Love and Hip Hop, whenever a fight gets ready to break out, like in the shot, say it's me and you talking. In the shot, all you see is me and you. But if it gets heated and one of us charge at each other, just like that, security comes from nowhere and breaks everybody up. Like
Correct.
Nobody fights. No, like it's just a bunch of commotion. There is no security on this show.
Oh no, they just say fuck it.
And
that's why I love it.
That's the difference. Like and they showed that in the first episode when he walked in on her and old girl in the bed and she got out, was mushing him out. I was saying like, damn, where the security at? Like,
No one here. No one here, bro. No one here.
that shit is hilarious.
So that was insane when that happened. So basically, when she just like gave up, she threw a damn fry basket in his face and basically was just like, you was fucking her for, why you doing this, that, and the third. And I was just like,
Your fries. Yeah.
Bitch, you wasted some fries.
okay. I was like, damn. The fries, though.
And we side pieces to each other,
Okay.
and you wasting fries.
Fries.
I don't think this is not
You
gonna
were
work.
dead to me.
You threw a side for a side. You threw a side for a side piece. Like, what's going on? What? Like, for real though.
You trying to kill me?
Oh my goddamn. So man, basically they arguing. Twan calms her down after she's just up and out. You know who she reminds me of? Natalie Nunn from Bad Girls Club. That what Lynette reminds me of. And that's not like a diss and shade, because I love Natalie. I loved her on Bad Girls Club. She was one of my favorites, and that's what she gives me, and I love Lynette for that reason. But basically, though, when she like came back and came back to senses, she was still mad. But basically, he was like, let's just work this out, let's have fun. And throughout this whole time,
mad. She was just being dramatic, because you see, once he sweet talked and everything, she was all smiles and
she was still complaining because she was talking about the restaurants, saying liking the food. She said, this whack ass restaurant, this dumb ass restaurant.
She was being a typical female. She still had to have something to say. Yeah, daddy, you right, blah blah blah. But this restaurant's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, that whole scene was like,
So that definitely was funny. And then the biggest thing really was, like I said, the whole Nisha and Gwen and Damon thing. Now, Nisha had her birthday party and they had all the girls together. Gwen was there too. And basically, Damon came all of a sudden. Now, the thing is, what
that
everybody...
dude is creepy. That dude is creepy.
Say in the back. Say in the goddamn back. Here's the thing, and I'm kind of sad to say, I believe Nisha in the sense that, like, she doesn't want to deal with Damon anymore, but I feel like when some people like that, especially a creep, you have to cut them out, like, straight up cold turkey. Like, no communication, no nothing, change numbers, everything. Like you, like
she gonna have to get a restraining order or beat his ass. That's either one or two. Either. But to be honest, I think she like it. Did you see the previews for next week?
Yes.
You see what she gonna ask her? Yeah.
I'm like, no, you like this.
It's a grand scheme.
And that's why Tiffany said that last week, saying like, you like being in the drama. And she said, no, I don't. I'm like, yes, you do. Mm-hmm. Gwen doesn't need to be in this shit. She just trying to do her thing, and you got her in this shit. Yes, when I saw her face when she said on the preview, I would do the same face too. Like, well, but what? I'm sorry, who? Doing what? Doing 3-way? No, sirree. No. So that's not gonna happen. So
he said, I don't even like Tiana Taylor.
Okay. Way out of my league. Okay. No. We're not doing that today. So next up is gonna be fun. I think what I might gonna start doing low key is I might just start live tweeting on my social about this. So this is just crazy. Like
I hate to bring this up during bullshit of the week because I don't think it's bullshit, but crazy internet shows or whatever. Have you seen Cooking with Busy Bone?
Why is this not on video?
I wish we was doing video. We gonna be doing video like around the first of the year or whatever. But yeah,
when did he start doing YouTube shit?
It's funny because back like in the summertime, Migos went on record and said that they the greatest group of all time.
Ooh, yes.
Niggas was like, what about Bone? And Busy Bone got on IG Live and was ranting like a motherfucker. Like, I mean, he was giving them their props and like, yeah, y'all niggas do y'all thing.
But y'all not the best for real though.
y'all niggas been skipping over us and forgetting us for too fucking long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was a few weeks, about 2 weeks or so that, you know, it was like Instagram rants and shit from Busy, and he was creating a following. And during one of those rants, he had on, you know, he had his hair out, he had his shades, he had on his black muscle shirt and some black pants or whatever, and he's sitting there ranting or whatever, and somebody put in the comments, who pissed off Salt Bae? And when he saw it, he just died laughing. Like, that shit just tickled him pink. And so now, he took that following and created BAM TV. And so now he's on YouTube doing his Joe Budden TV thing. You know what I'm saying? But the cooking show is called Cooking with Busy Bone. Jam TV Jam is his son's name. I think that's his nickname or something. I don't know what his real name is. But
it's James, like my stepbrother.
James or Jamie or something. I don't know.
Too, so.
Yeah, it's called Cooking with Busy Bone, Salt Bae style, and it's him and his wife in the kitchen, but he could cook. You know what I'm saying? And it's on some hood geek shit. It's hood. You know what I'm saying? But it's family oriented. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of eclectic because I don't know exactly what nationality his wife is, but she isn't black or all black. You know what I'm saying? So
it's Hispanic, right?
It's something. I don't know. She might be like from the islands or something. I don't know. Yeah. She bad as hell. Excuse me. Damn, I lost my thought.
Good job.
I think you did.
Right. But no, and it's actually, and when I saw he was creating the following, I said like he should follow that. He should pursue this internet thing. And lo and behold, like I just found it like the other day, and I'm like, damn, he did. And to come to find out, he's been doing this for a couple months now. And so like he basically doing the blog, his family type thing on like a reality show type thing.
Nice.
Okay, so it's actually pretty cool. If you get a chance, check it out. It's called Jam TV, JAM. Okay. Or if you just Cooking with Busy Bone, and that'll bring it up.
I'll check that out. And definitely I do like that's good. Definitely big ups to that for everybody, you know, doing the whole TV thing, especially on YouTube. I know T.S. Madison, who someone else I follow, who's a big influencer. You know, she does the thing with her show. She does the Queen Supreme show, and then she does I think she do like a Less Dish cooking kind of show too. So like, yeah, definitely bringing out content and building your brand. That's definitely what it is, and definitely using YouTube as that platform helps out. So big ups to that. So yeah, definitely that's some good black excellence in regards to that too. So I like that. So going to the main topics for Bullshit of the Week. The first thing right here is Mr. Tory Lanez. So Mr. Tory Lanez went on an interview with Tim Westwood. This was back on last week. Basically, he had opened up just talking about a lot of different things, you know, with his rap battle with Joyner Lucas and his newest project. I'm hearing he's bringing out a Spanish album next year, so that's going to be interesting. I did not know if either he has heritage or he speaks fluently. Don't know, but I'm interested to hear that.
Nowadays, it don't matter. They just spend a week or two with a Spanish artist, and they teach them how to say the song in their language,
Fair.
and they practice it and they record it. So I mean, maybe not saying that he don't, but the artists who don't and they come up with these bilingual songs and stuff, that's how they do
Oh
it.
yeah, of course, for sure. Yeah, definitely. That's a very old stationary structure there. So yeah, no, definitely, it'd be cool. I'm very interested to hear that. So during the conversation, Westwood asked about his thoughts about Tekashi 6ix9ine's legal troubles, and overall believes it's a tough situation and thinks, you know, he's a really good guy. He also said that Tekashi is the only other artist to generate a buzz behind bars like Tupac. So he kind of explains, saying it's really sad.
Okay.
So he says it's really sad to see somebody at that platform. It kind of reminds me like Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda didn't even go as far. But for someone to go that far, you got Kanye, Nicki, and your album's dropping. It's like you're the only nigga who had this shit popping like Pac. When Pac was in jail, he dropped the biggest album. Not to say it was the biggest album all fucking time, but it was a big prick moment. It said he got to be locked up during it, and that's all that I'm saying. So he's referring to his third album, Pac's Me Against the World, which dropped in '95 when he was in jail, which was a very big album for Tupac's career. Fast forward to 2018, Dummy Boy was landed on top 5. He did end up getting second place, and Astro World actually got back to number 1. Dummy Boy is actually now the most panned album in like music history. Like if you check Metacritic, that bitch got like I think like a 32 or something like that. It got very panned when it came out. So it does show you still it can be a shitty album, but still it can sell. So I find this bullshit as hell because you're comparing legit apples to oranges, especially in the situations that Pac was in and as well as Tekashi's in.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
And who said this?
This was Tory Lanez.
Young hothead.
Yes.
Young hothead Canadian. Oh, okay. All right. But still. Tupac in 95. Hard copies. We're talking hard copies versus streams.
Boom.
Like, you gotta get... How many streams equals one sale?
God, it's like something I think in the 100,000s or something.
Yeah,
like
it's something crazy. Like, I mean, now don't get me wrong. For what the game is today, I mean, and Tekashi was already getting ready to drop that album, and with the formula that he had, that's landed him where he is now, already sold that album for him. He already got those fans invested in him.
Exactly.
We're in the era of stands. So he already got the stands. It don't matter. He could drop another album while he in there, and it's gonna go number 1. But you see, right back, Travis Scott came right back number, and that's crazy. Like how long has it been? When did Travis? It's been a minute for him to be number 1 this long in this era.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of doing that like kind of back in the day.
I'm not gonna lie, like I said, Sycamore, and like along with the whole album itself is awesome, but really Sycamore, I'm not gonna lie, it changed something really, because like literally this song has just been big, just everything with it. It's been really a big reason also why the album is doing so far, because the song's on top
I just started
5 on 100.
I just started like a sicko mode like 3 days ago because
That transition, bro, is insane. Like I have not heard transitions in a song like that in a while. That got me on sicko mode when I started hearing those transitions.
well, I would have been more happy if that first beat that Drake was rapping on in the beginning,
Oh yeah.
I was waiting for Drake to smash that track, and then it just switched, and I was like, I don't even want to hear the rest of this shit.
And I like it, like, and I think that's the purpose of it, just to kind of keep your head keeping me like, oh, okay.
But like I said, I don't know what it was. I don't know what mood I was in or whatever. But I was riding, I was listening to it, and Stacey dancing, and never got a clue. And I'm like, oh, okay, shit, kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? I guess I took my bias off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And gave it a good listen. But still, like it works for him, obviously. So you know, like, and I never hate on somebody who if they find a niche and it's bullshit. Well, if that's your niche and it's getting you paid, hey, do it.
That's what you gotta do at the end of the day. So that's definitely something for Travis to do. So definitely picks up. But it's just like that's the kind of my same thing too. It's like
Hart called him auto tune man.
All right. I'm like, whatever. But that's my thing about it too. Like, Pac was at a time where he made albums that was like gold. Like, he is like someone that can never be topped. And then also, like I said, the situations that were he was in along with Tekashi's episode or just two. So I just, like you said, it's just him just talking out the side of his neck. I like Tory Lanez for some of the stuff that he does, but like sometimes he does kind of go off the wall with some shit. And this is the one thing going off the wall, bro. Like, you can't compare those two. What?
Some of these dudes, people need to take their phones.
Very.
Like, they need to take
their
phones.
Y'all need to take a lesson for some of these pop stars that just have people tweet for them. Please.
Yeah.
Do that.
Y'all need a tweet team or social media team or something, because some of y'all not built for social media.
Not at all. So, yeah, bullshit for that, Tory. So next thing we got going on is another young star in regards to the new generation.
Somebody else that need their phone taken.
So this comes from new R&B singer Jaquise. This came a couple of days ago in regards to a video that he had posted. Now, basically, he went on his Instagram and basically posted saying basically to everyone, I just want to let everyone know right now that I'm the king of R&B right now for this generation. I understand who done came and who done did that and that and that, but now it's my time. Jaquise is the king of R&B. Now, this basically blew up, and in everyone's mind and culture aspects, this got everyone tickle pink, rolling over, debates and all. This first started off with the first few. First few was Trey Songz and Ty Dolla $ign. They actually just put like a laugh emoji and basically did was commenting on each other, which I died because they both was like, he crazy, right? That was that kind of moment like, what? So basically, Jaquise had a pretty good year. He's 24. He's done well so far with not only the new album, with BED and You. He just recently dropped $100K cash for his mother's wedding, so he's doing that, which is a really nice thing to do. So that's definitely good. But yeah, I don't know about that title yet, bruh. I don't know what that was in your mind when you said that. I know you wanna. I understand self-confidence. I understand being self-aware, but no.
Oh, barely got a hit, face ass little boy. Like,
and mind you, Bed is a remake of another song, so that's another thing about that as well.
He got the bed joint in my BED. That shit.
I love it, but still, it's again recycled and something new. So
what is that?
To me, it's a recycle of Jay Holiday's bed.
No,
I'm gonna take you to bed, but no.
Okay, he just spelled it out.
Oh God. I know you want love.
Yeah, because he had.
I gotta keep it real.
There's another. Because I know it's from a different. I know it's for sure like from a different, like another song. That's why, like, when I remember the song, I was like, wait a minute, I could have sworn I was like, I've heard that before. Because that melody and that song is definitely like older. His lyrics and stuff are definitely brand new. But that melody has been out before. But anyway, basically other people started to get into the trend in regards to, him saying this. So basically, one, Other people basically just start saying like, one, you're not the king of R&B. There's other people.
Somebody should have just asked him, okay, why are you the king of R&B?
That would have been the first question for sure. And second of all, who told you that?
What have you done for R&B lately?
That's my thought.
Has anybody ever...
Read your mind.
Huh?
Read your mind, Avant.
Read your mind. I don't think I know how I go.
I can read your mind, baby. I know what you're thinking. It's alright. It's alright, yeah. That was like big on the radio. Are you kidding me?
But you think that's a...
No, that's what it is sampled. I just checked on who sampled. That's what the song he's sampling from. But on that song...
I mean, because the melody don't sound like that.
Okay. We're going to play that at the end of this.
Yeah.
I'm about to play it. I
want to tell you about playing on the
30
podcast.
30 seconds.
You don't know that.
Why don't I know that?
Okay.
And he even say it in the damn song, the thing that he's saying.
What do you say?
I know you want to touch, I want to love. Like, that part he said is on Read Your Mind, too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember that damn song.
Baby, I know what you're thinking.
Your internet sucks.
All right. Well,
we'll check it after. It's okay. So other people start chiming in regards to the King of R&B debate. Now Jay Holiday actually shared on his Instagram about his views about it. Now he said basically that's bullshit. Man said there's three kings of R&B. Oh, I'm not valet, baby. Oh, this is Gucci. You can't. You don't wear Gucci.
No, this ain't. I ain't valet. Not with a Gucci suit on, baby. I'm not valet.
You do understand that valet do need to look nice, boo?
Right.
Okay.
Not in Gucci, though.
I was like, oh, okay.
You never know what these suits be nowadays.
Okay.
What they be saying on the inside of the tag. Versace.
Versace.
So he said there are three kings of R&B. The first one sold 20 million on the first album. The second king of R&B is from Chicago. I think he said the third king he said was himself.
20 million on the first album. Michael Jackson? That what you're talking about?
I will assume that's what he means.
He's wrong.
No, he didn't sell
Michael Jackson is the king of pop,
right?
Not R&B.
But that's only because he named himself that.
But Michael Jackson, think about it.
But this is true though.
Michael Jackson sung songs of substance. He didn't have too many love songs. He had some, but most R&B, 95%, 96, 97% R&B motherfuckers will sing about love.
Yeah, usually like
Michael Jackson was more socially conscious and
in his later years. But he in his younger years he sung of more like celebration.
Yeah,
there was some love, but it was more like.
But I just wouldn't classify him as R&B.
Yeah,
and not to take anything from him.
Except for when he was younger, he's never quite been on the R&B tip.
He's had like some slower, smoother R&B stuff, but definitely more of a social.
His lane was more dance.
Yes, it was more being
Michael
social,
Jackson,
more pop artist.
When he first came out, he was doing more dance stuff.
Yeah, definitely more stuff. Like I said, more rhythmic, a lot more pop stuff. He definitely really didn't fall more into R&B, really more just like his later years. So definitely, that comment, like I said, in general though, like the whole king of R&B, it makes up a debate, but it's like, again, you are still in this industry, dude. Like, you have other people who are before you, like Usher, like R. Kelly. We even go further back to, Otis Redding.
Well,
he did give the caveat of being of this generation.
He did specify of this generation.
But I'm still saying,
and that's the only thing I'll give him.
Even in this generation.
That's the only thing I'll give him that nobody seems to be paying attention to, because
he did say, but my thing is, like, even him saying of this generation.
Oh, he's still wrong.
Yeah, he's still
even
wrong.
Of this generation,
that's
you still have done
a few hands to step on.
So, but still, all these old heads didn't need to speak up.
That's true.
He clearly set himself apart. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this generation. So, R. Kelly and the rest, all of them, they don't need to be.
I think the other thing about it too is like, you had so many male R&B artists back from the 70s and in the 80s and then the 90s. Yeah, you had a few, but you had really the main focus was groups. Then you got the 2000s, and then now you have now, which currently, if you really want to say who's right now in R&B still doing it, is really Trey Songz and Chris Brown, as of right now. So when you only have Jacquees, which is, you know, a newer artist, and he's really the only one in R&B, who can we say who else in that generation? Of course, there's others, of course, Daniel Caesar and other individuals, but I'm just saying, like, in right now, in the shit that Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and all these other people try to do, who is doing that? Or who can we say who else is doing that? At the same time, you can't put yourself in that title, bro, because you ain't contributed yet. You only done one song, and again, it's a sample.
Until he gets some panties thrown up on the stage,
That's
like,
what I'm
he
saying.
can't even think about.
Or until he can say, touch my dick. And
He 24.
Touch my dick,
Oh, God.
grab it. And they said, grab it.
and then they
That
do
bitch
it.
was reaching for the sky.
Okay.
I heard you didn't have to reach that far.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we could see that on the damn on the
video
video.
was that?
Fucking,
Where
they
he wore
had
the pajamas and
children.
shit?
All children. It's the world's greatest. He was in boxing shorts and they were white, and he ain't have on no drawers, and print was all over the place. But
This one where he's like in his pajamas and this is like.
I'm just like, Lord.
that's a nasty man. Damn, a nasty ass man made me forget my thought.
Oh, Lord.
What the hell was I talking about?
You were talking about just in general, R&B, Jacquees.
Oh, yeah. Till he gets some panties thrown up on stage, he can't say nothing. Now, if we're talking about
Panties
kings
on
of
the stage is
R&B,
all.
you said Trey and Chris, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, personally, I have other opinions, but that's what I'm saying right now.
Right now.
Well,
Right
sure.
now. Okay. And I don't disagree with you. Very strong arguments. But neither one of them have a Confessions.
And that's what I was gonna say. Literally, the biggest thing when it comes to an R&B artist, there's always like an album or something that kind of catalysts your career. And with Usher, I'd still say hands down, Confessions is probably one of the best R&B albums in the last 20 years, last 10 years for sure.
And he's still doing it today.
And still doing it today. So it's like Confessions was just a masterpiece. It was something not only that was in R&B, but even like expanding into mainstream and really show like an R&B album can be, you know, a mainstream album. Like everybody still loves, from Burn to, you know, Bad Girl to Yeah to,
But now,
Was that him or was that Jermaine Dupri?
but wait, let me throw another wrench in the game.
ooh,
With those, still thinking of those three, right? What do? Okay, that's too intricate.
Is it?
No, I'm. It's something that two of them have in common that one of them don't, that set him apart from them. Usher and Chris Brown can go from pop to R&B.
oh yes, that's the thing. There's a
Trey
versatility.
Songz for his whole career
He's very linear.
has been, but that's speaking to him being the king of R&B though, because he's been that consistent that long,
Yes.
and still putting out hits. So that moves him up on the argument, even though he don't have a Confessions. He's been consistent for that long.
Yes, that's definitely the truth, and that's definitely the truth about it.
You said what?
He's the purest of the three because he's
Yes.
following the icon of the '90s, who was actually the king of R&B, which I would consider R. Kelly. Like, this obviously his blueprint.
Yeah, but you can't, because he a nasty man. You can. It's real controversial to even say his
If you listen to Trey
name.
Songz stuff and R. Kelly stuff, it's obvious that R. Kelly is his blueprint.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't doubt that at all. But R. Kelly is a nasty man. So it's
That's all said and
isn't.
done.
yes, Trey Songz is, but Trey Songz is admitted. He
Like
would
my
tell
cake
you
and
he
eat it
liked
too,
to.
'cause that's what you're supposed to do?
No, Trey Songz has said in interviews he liked to choke bitches. Like he's a. I mean, but see, he's upfront about his shit.
Please don't open this door with me.
Yeah. You don't have to walk through all doors. All doors don't lead to good places. But R. Kelly, I mean, he's a different kind of nasty. Like,
how nasty is he?
Oh Lord, reeling it.
Yeah. Look, Takashi, we ain't about to.
I am not. There is no bridge here. No trolls to be seen.
Anyway, that's something out. That would be something out.
Screw you, man.
I love it. So the last thing on bullshit of the week is in regards to a lovely story over in California. Now, 2 longtime nuns at a Catholic school in California are accused of stealing $500,000 in school funds, using the money to go gambling and vacationing.
Is this Sister Act 4?
Is this what?
Sister Act 4.
Yikes. So, bank records show Sister Mary Marguerite Crepper and Sister Lana Lane of St. James Catholic School in Torrance, California, had been embezzling from the school for at least 10 years, while telling parents the school was on a shoestring budget, according to the hashtag Press Telegram. The sisters almost didn't get caught. The pair retired earlier this year. The school announced this past week that it notified police that the nuns were involved in the personal use of substantial amount of school funds. Well, as far as their punishment, there is none just yet. The nuns have expressed remorse, and the Archdiocese and the church said they were not pursuing criminal charges, but local police are investigating. I'm gonna hope I said that right. Cooper was the school's principal, and Lang was a teacher. The investigation to the nuns was launched when a family appeared to request a copy of a check made to the school, and the staff noticed it had been deposited into a bank account other than the school's. That is when Crepper became very nervous and anxious about upcoming financial review, and requested that the staff alter records. Officials alerted an Archdiocese internal auditor, confirming the review that something was off and that the auditor confirms the suspicions. No other staff member was suspected of wrongdoing. The Archdiocese is operating with Torrance police, but is unwilling to be a complaining party. The Archdiocese lawyer told the parents as well.
Miyagi-Do karate.
Listen, I apologize to the Catholic faith. The decision was made because the nuns order.
Ooh, let me stop.
Yikes. Because the nuns order, the Sisters of St. Joseph Carondelet has agreed to pay the school full restitution and impose severe sanctions on Cooper and Chang, according to the lawyer. I'm assuming that's Lang, not Chang. Yes, so that is an interesting situation. First of all, how do y'all not know, even though this woman basically was running the school, she basically had a good scheme going on until, someone got caught. Here's my question. Why was this family the very first one to request a check copy and not others? That's my question. If y'all did this for 10 years.
It probably wasn't the first.
That's what I'm saying. So something else had to happen. Someone else probably was like, oh, that's okay, no. So someone either squealed or someone ratted someone out. So it's kind of like, what the heck?
This is horrible, but I would pay to see this movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone tried to copy this as a screenplay and make it as a movie. This is comedy gold.
Oh my god, there's so many things you can do with this whole story.
For real. First of all, you stealing money from the school. Second of all, you using this for your own personal gain.
No, the beauty of it would be trying to justify them doing it.
Exactly.
Because there might be an actual good reason why she did it. And just a fucked up sequence of events that happen where it just caused all this. It's just amazing. I want to pay for this.
Yeah. I have nothing.
I think that's
some things you just gotta.
Some things are better left unsaid.
Yeah, so you just gotta wash your hands off and let it be.
Yeah, I mean, just stealing from the churches, y'all. That's all I can say. So,
The whole addiction.
oh gosh. So basically, you know, that is it for Bullshit of the Week. And that is it for another week of Beats and Bullshit. Once again, check us out on social media at Beats and Bull. It is Twitter and Instagram. Feel free to send us an email with any questions and as well as article suggestions, comments at our email that is beatsandbull@gmail.com. Eric, did you have any closing announcements?
No, just make sure y'all liking the videos, commenting, subscribing, and also hit the notification bell so when we do post the videos up, we get the notifications to let y'all know so y'all can be the first to check out the content. I want to thank all y'all for growing with us and you know, just continue to stay tuned and you know, keep bullshitting.
Right, so definitely check us out, guys. Definitely hit the notification bell on YouTube when we start doing videos in the beginning of next year. It's going to be a very exciting 2019 for you guys, so definitely keep us out and catch you guys later.
Peace.
See ya.